focus on the race of the individuals. And I guess what I'm getting at is Thaddeus Stevens had this kind of very egalitarian ideal, and it strikes me as a little bit strange to, where he has this thing where he's sitting the people, wants the black children, the white children to sit at the same table, and he wants to lie behind, a black person in death, and yet he is a good white person as opposed to just a person. And obviously that's just partly a product of like historical reality that, there was separation, but there has to be some tension between the egalitarian ideals and separating good black people from good white people.
Yeah, no, I think that's good. I think that your impulse, your feeling about that, my sense is that there are other people I've talked to who have that too. I mean, good, good white people. Is there sort of separating out people on racial grounds? Doesn't it do that? It does do that, inescapably. So why do it? Well, I guess I have two things in mind. One, if part of the impulse of this is to lionize people who have reached across racial divides, how do I make that clear? I mean, these are people who have these are people who, who are privileged, who in this society they are part of the privileged class, racial class. They have reached across the divide. How else do I identify them? Now, there are other ways. After all, one could say, okay, fine, don't use good white people. Maybe say, is there some way that one could say easily people of, good privileged people, instead of good white people, good privileged people, and then I'm talking about, and then describe whom I'm talking about. Maybe. I guess. Part of this is pragmatic, and I'm not ashamed to say this. I've been very harshly criticized for my titles before. But I would say this: I have been very harshly criticized for my titles before. But there is something that